Welcome to Storytime. I am so glad that you're here. I have such an exciting surprise for you today. So, I know there's a lot of ocean books behind me because we've been reading about oceans a lot in our house. But today is actually going to be all about butterflies. And at the end, I have a very special surprise for you. So usually we read fiction books, which are stories and things that might not be true. And then we read some nonfiction books. But today we're actually going to read 3 nonfiction books because I want to teach you a lot about butterflies because this is the time of year you might see them outside. You might see caterpillars and chrysalises and then butterflies. And so we're going to read all about butterflies today. So the first one is Caterpillar to Butterfly by Laura Marsh. And I love when National Geographic takes a topic like butterflies and turns them into a book like this because we can learn so much in a short amount of time. We're going to start with a riddle. Do you know what a riddle is? It's like where you have clues and you have to figure it out. What starts as an egg, then walks on many legs, and then uses wings to fly? Can you guess? What is it? You're right, a butterfly. Do you know what this kind of butterfly is? The really pretty orange and black butterflies are called, do you know? Monarch butterflies. Butterflies are fun to watch. They fly with loops and dives. Some have bright colors. Some have bold patterns too. Which butterfly do you like the most here? Which one? I think I like this purple one. So there are 4 stages in the butterfly's life cycle. It's also fun to watch butterflies change. They change a lot in their short lives. In fact, there are 4 stages in a butterfly's life. They start as an egg, then they turn into a caterpillar, then a chrysalis, and then a butterfly. And they stay in that chrysalis until they're ready to emerge as a butterfly. Stage 1. A mother butterfly lays many eggs on a leaf or branch. Each egg is close to food. Caterpillar food, that is. Butterfly eggs come in all different shapes. Look at the different shapes. Can you see all these different shapes? And then different kinds of caterpillars come out of those shapes. Stage 2, caterpillar. The tiny caterpillar bites a hole in the egg. It crawls out. The caterpillar is very hungry. Maybe you've read the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, where the caterpillar eats all the food. The caterpillar eats its shell. Then it eats the leaf it's on. The caterpillar moves to another leaf. It eats that too. The caterpillar grows and grows. It gets too big for its skin. It sheds its old skin like a snake. The new skin fits for a while, but then the caterpillar is too big for that skin too. Caterpillars shed their skin 4 or 5 times. They are so busy in their short lives. Chrysalis. By now, the caterpillar is ready to rest. It hangs upside down. It sheds its skin one more time. And you know it's getting ready to do this when it's hanging like the letter J. The new layer is called a chrysalis. It's a hard shell. Inside the caterpillar is changing. It stays in the chrysalis for 10 to 14 days. So that's a long time where it's not eating, it's not drinking, its body is just working really hard to change. The chrysalis moves. It splits open. The butterfly wiggles out. Its wings are wet and crumpled. Blood pumps into the butterfly's wings. They get bigger and harden. The wings dry. Now the butterfly is ready to fly. Have a good trip, butterfly. Time for lunch. A butterfly doesn't eat plants like a caterpillar. It has no mouth. A butterfly drinks nectar from flowers. It drinks juice from fruit. A tube on its head works like a straw. Do you like to use a straw? Cool butterfly facts. Butterfly wings are covered in tiny scales. The world's smallest butterfly is the blue pygmy. It's the length of a pushpin from wing to wing. That is so tiny. Butterflies are found all over the world except in Antarctica and the driest deserts. There are about 17,000 kinds of butterflies in the world. Butterflies taste with their feet. They have taste sensors there. Do you taste with your feet? What do you taste with? Yes, you taste with your mouth, not your feet. The world's largest butterfly is the Queen Alexandra birdwing. It's as long as a ruler from wing to wing, so basically as big as this book. Can you imagine? Caterpillars and butterflies are a tasty snack for predators, but they have tricks to keep predators away. Some hide using camouflage. Do you see it hiding? Some can be deadly to eat. Usually when animals are brightly colored, that means that's like warning the predator, don't eat me. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? Moth or butterfly? That's a good question. A butterfly, their bodies are really slender, and a moth's body is fat and furry. The butterfly has antennae that are thin and have knobs at the end, whereas a moth has antennae that are slim to a point and look like feathers. Butterflies can be brightly colored, where moths are usually brown, tan, or white. And butterflies mostly fly during the day, and moths mostly fly during the night. So I bet you could tell the difference. Bring butterflies to you. You can bring butterflies to your backyard. Make a butterfly garden, but first ask an adult for help. And it tells you all the things you'll need. Special flowers that butterflies are attracted to, and sun where butterflies like to rest and be warm, water or wet spots for them to drink. All those things draw butterflies to your backyard. What in the world? These pictures show close-up views of butterfly things. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the pictures. What do you think this is? Do you have a guess? It is an egg. What is this? A chrysalis. What is this? Yes, a butterfly. What is this? A caterpillar. Aren't these so cool? Do you remember what these are called? Antenna. So now I feel like you've become butterfly experts. Let's read 2 more books, and by the end of this story time, I feel like you could teach all your friends and your mom and dad about butterflies. This book is particularly beautiful. It's called A Butterfly is Patient. Why do you think the author decided to say that a butterfly is patient? Do you have any guesses? Let's find out. A Butterfly is Patient by Diana Hutz Aston and Sylvia Long. Oh my goodness, look at this. What are these? These are all different types of caterpillars? Because remember, we learned that there are 17,000 different kinds of butterflies. So how many different kinds of caterpillars must there be? 17,000. A butterfly is patient. It begins as an egg beneath an umbrella of leaves, protected from rain, hidden from creatures that might harm it, until the caterpillar inside chews free from its egg casing, tiny, wingless, hungry to grow. So butterfly does a lot of waiting. A butterfly is creative. A caterpillar feeds on leaves, eating so much that it must molt or shed its skin many times. It can grow up to 30,000 times larger than it was when it took its first bite. Look at all these changes. So cool. A butterfly is helpful. Butterflies, like bees, help pollinate plants so that they can reproduce or make seeds. As a butterfly flits from flower to flower, sipping nectar, tiny grains of pollen cling to its body, then fall away onto other flowers. Seeds are only produced when pollen is transferred between flowers. This is called pollination, and that's why butterflies are so important. We need to have flowers, and so we rely on butterflies and bees to do that. A butterfly is protective. Whoa, look at those cool butterflies. Butterflies use their wings to protect themselves from predators such as hungry birds, lizards, and other insects. Look, did you even notice that that was a butterfly? What is it camouflaged as or is disguised as? A leaf, that's right. It's hiding there. A butterfly is poisonous. Remember I said when it's brightly colored, we don't want to eat it, or an animal doesn't want to eat it because it has poison. The warning colors of some butterflies' wings, yellows, reds, oranges, whites, and blacks, tell predators that they are poisonous or they taste bad. A butterfly is spectacular. Look how beautiful these butterflies are. So cool. A butterfly is thirsty. To find flowers, butterflies smell the air with their antennae. They taste with their feet, but sip nectar, the sweet liquid produced by many flowers with a proboscis, or a tongue that coils and uncoils. So think about like a belt, you might wrap it up into a circle. That means it's coiled up, or a hose, and then it uncoils. So that's what their tongue does. It unrolls, sips like a straw, and then rolls back up. A butterfly is big. Do you remember what this butterfly is called? We learned about it in our last book. The rare Queen Alexandra's birdwing is the largest butterfly in the world. It lives in the rainforest in northern Papua New Guinea. So if you're looking at the globe, oh, it's over here by Australia. It's really far away. We wouldn't see them here. A butterfly is scaly. A rainbow of shiny, powdery scales covers the wings of a butterfly. Scales stacked from shingles on a roof. Without scales, its wings would be as transparent as the wings of a bee or a dragonfly. A butterfly is not a moth. Remember, we learned in the last book all the differences between a butterfly and a moth. Can you remember something that's true about a butterfly? What is true about a butterfly? I remember that their antennae have little balls at the top. Do you remember something? Yes, they like to fly in the daytime. A butterfly is a traveler. Most butterflies, such as the red admiral or the common buckeye, migrate a short distance to find a warmer place. But some, like the monarch, travel far, almost 3,000 miles. Oh my gosh, look at this. A butterfly is magical. Monarchs gather in huge numbers in the forests of central Mexico waiting for spring. Then they fly north to the milkweed plants in North America where they lay their eggs. Now it is time again for their metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is their big change from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly. Finally, a butterfly is patient. The egg hatches, the caterpillar emerges, feasting on leaves before it wraps itself up into a warm, protective chrysalis, patiently waiting to soar. So neat. They are such fascinating creatures, which is why I wanted to read about them. Look at all these beautiful butterflies. We saw some in the last book. Pretty neat, isn't it? All right, last book, and then the surprise for you, okay? This one's really fun. It's called Butterflies Are Pretty, Gross, by Rosemary Moscow, illustrated by Jacob Suva. Did you know that butterflies are kind of gross? We've been reading about their different changes and how pretty they are, but they're actually really gross. Let's find out why. Hi, I'm a butterfly, and everyone knows that butterflies are pretty. We flutter through meadows, we pose on fancy flowers, we show off our wings, we shimmer with all the colors of the rainbow. So majestic. Don't you look lovely? Oh, go on. Yes, butterflies are beautiful. Is that all you wanted to know about butterflies? Great, then. Don't turn the page. Close this book. You're done. The story's over. Nothing to see here. Or do you want to find out more? Let's find out more. Huh, you kept reading. Well, there's much more you could learn about butterflies. The truth would surprise you. It would gross you out. Don't read any further unless you're ready for the real story. This is your last chance to close the book. Don't say I didn't warn you, because I did. I warned you. Here we go. Let's find out. Some butterflies are gross. They eat rotten food. They land on moldy fruit and slurp up juices. They also eat dead animals. The slimier, the better. Deliciously disgusting. Ugh. Some butterflies are drab. They're gray or white or brown. Some of them even look like dead leaves to help them hide from hungry birds. Shh. Some butterflies are noisy. If you walk past a red cracker butterfly, prepare for a surprise. It may fly toward you and make noises with its wings. Crack, 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 crack. I'm telling you, after today's story time, you are going to be a butterfly expert. Pretty peculiar, right? Oh, but there's so much more I haven't told you. You can still turn back. You can close this book. It's up to you. Okay, be prepared to be weirded out. Butterflies are shapeshifters. Baby butterflies hatch from eggs. Hello, world. They're called caterpillars. They eat and grow. Nom, 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 nom. When they get big enough, their skin hardens and they turn into chrysalises. Under the hard shell, they grow new body parts. How many legs should I make? I'll try 6. Soon they burst through the shell. Now they have wings. Time to fly. Some caterpillars are carnivorous. Caterpillars love to eat and eat. Most caterpillars chomp on leaves, but some of them are meat eaters and they hunt bugs. Some caterpillars are stinky. P.U. A giant swallowtail caterpillar looks like bird poop. When somebody frightens it, the caterpillar sticks out 2 stinky tentacles to scare them away. This friendship stinks. Some caterpillars are sneaky. The Alcon blue caterpillar smells and sounds like an ant. Ants think that the caterpillar is an ant too. The ants babysit the caterpillar until it grows up. Hey, you're not an ant. Nope, I'm fraudulent. They're cracking animal jokes. Well, now you know the truth. You don't have to hear any more. Goodbye, so long, have a nice day. Oh, you're still here? Do you want to learn more? Fine, here comes the really strange stuff. Now when you see a butterfly, you might not think that they're pretty the whole time. Some butterflies have butts that look like heads. This is the red banded hair streak. Can you guess which end is the front and which is the back? It's tricky. The butterfly's back wings have fake eyes and antennae. The butterfly waggles its back wings in the air. A hungry spider thinks the butterfly's butt is its head and attacks the butt. The butterfly escapes, sometimes leaving part of its butt behind. Fooled you. Isn't that so silly? It's kind of like lizards. Lizards drop their tails too. Butterflies taste with their feet. Remember, we learned that already. A monarch butterfly mom stomps on a plant to taste the leaves. If they're yummy, she lays her eggs on them. She's making sure that her babies will have lots of food to eat once they hatch. My feet say it's sweet. What if your parents stuck their feet in your cereal before you ate it? Some butterflies eat poop. I sure love a poopy picnic. They snack on salt and other tasty stuff from big piles of animal poop. Some butterflies drink tears. They sip the water that drips from an animal's eyes. Tears are salty and they need salt to stay healthy. Well, now you know the truth. We butterflies are complicated. We're gross. We're amazing, just like you. And just like you, we're beautiful too. So even though butterflies are beautiful, they have some gross sides to them too, don't they? All right, here's the exciting surprise. Are you ready? I have some real live chrysalises for you today. Do you see in there? Do you see them hanging from the lid? We grew them from caterpillars and they just entered the chrysalis form. And now they'll be like this for 7 to 10 days. And then they will emerge as butterflies and we'll feed them. We'll watch their wings dry out. And then guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna release them into the wild because we learned today that butterflies help our environment by pollinating the flowers. And so we wanted to help 5 caterpillars turn into chrysalises and then go out into our garden and fly off to their new home. So I wanted to surprise you with some real live chrysalises today. I wish I could show you a little bit closer, but they have to stay in this net. So I am so glad that you joined me for our butterfly story time today. It was so fun to read all these cool books with you, and I can't wait until you join us for the next story time. See you then.